Good morning. Today we are discussed about relational model. The relational model is a widely used model for DBMS implementation. Most of the commercial DBMS products available in the industry are relational at free of growth. A model in DBMS database system is basically define the structure or organization of data and a set of operations on the data. A relational model is a simple model in which database is represented as a collection of relations. Collection where each relation is represented by two-dimensional table. Thus, because of its simplicity, it is not commonly used. The following table represents a simple relation. For example, you are now considered as a simple table that are belongs to table, and that one you have a two columns, different columns. On that one, person ID first column, name second column, age third column, address is the fourth column. In person ID, and that one you have three ID numbers: ID number 1, ID number 2, ID number 3. Similarly, names of second column: ID number 1 Sanjay Prasad, name, age about 35, address B4 Modi Nagar. Similarly, person ID number 2 Sharad Gupta, age about 35, pocket to Mayur Vihar. ID number 3 person, then the ID number is the 3, name is the Vibhudat, age about 36, C2 New Delhi. These are some simple table and relations tables, example of simple table representation. What are the advantages of relational model? In that you have some advantages. Following are some of the advantages of relational model. Ease of use. The simple tabular representation of database helps the user define and the query the database conveniently. The simple tabular representation of database helps the user define and query the database conveniently. For example, you can easily find out the age of the person who first name is Vibhu. Here you are finding some advantages on that particular table. Second one is the second advantage of flexibility. In this one you will find that since the database is a collection of tables, here you are all stored in a collection of tables, new data can be added and deleted easily. In this one you are adding or deletion is very easy. Also, manipulation of data from various tables can be done easily using various basic operations. In this one, in this relational, you are easy to adding and deletion, and similarly manipulate the tables by using the other version. It is also very simple. For example, you can add a telephone number field in the about table. Already you have 4 columns, that is the person ID, name, age, address, but you are also given another column that is also phone number. This way you can additions are very easy to remaining on additional tables of particular data. Another advantages of accuracy. In a relational database, the relational algebraic operations. In a relational database, the relational algebraic operations are used to manipulate database. These are mathematical operations and ensure accuracy and less of ambiguity as compared to other models or compared to other models. These are some advantages of relational model. What are the advantages? End users flexibility and accuracy. These are generally uses of relational models. Then you have go for another topic, that continuation of domains, tuples and relations. Here we are discussing about what is domain. A domain is a set of permissible values that can be given to an attributes. A domain is a set of permissible values that can be given to an attributes. So every attribute in a table has a specific domain. Values to these attributes cannot be assigned outside their domains. In the example above, if you domain person id, in previous table you are already given that one 4 columns table, and that one you have a, and that person id is a set of integer values from 1 to 1000, and that one you have different id numbers, that is a 1 to 1000. Then a value outside the range will not be valid. In this one you have the value to be arranged into 1 to 1000. After in between this range, the system not accepting. Okay, a set of ranges values from 1 to 1000, then a value outside the range will not be valid. Some other common domains may be age between 1 to 150. In case of some age column is there, and that one you have generally you can taken as a 1 to 150, that is the age between. In that one, the domains can be defined by assigning a type or a format or range to an attribute. For example, a domain for a number 501 to 999 can be specified by having a 3-digit number format having a range of values between 501 and 999. However, please note that domains can also be non-contiguous. In this one we also given a domains are also non-contiguous. For example, the enrollment number of IGNOU as the last digit as the check digit. In case of, for example, you are going for discussing about one university, that is a IGNOU university, and that one the checking digit is last 3 digits, that is the last digits as the check digits. Thus the 9-digit enrollment numbers are non-contiguous. 9-contiguous elements, that is the non-contiguous numbers. Second one, that is the tuples. What are the tuple? Each row in a table represent a records and is called as a tuple. Once again you can definitely define that one tuple means each row in a table represents a records and is called as a tuple. A table containing n attributes in a record is called n tuples. Each row in a table represents a record and is called as a tuple. A table containing n attributes in a record is called n tuples. For example, you can go for that example table. We have a person id, that is a first column name, name is the second column name, age third one, address is the fourth one, and the telephone number is the fifth one. Different columns we can n tuples. Then you can go for another definition, that is a relation. and the relation the names of each column in a table is used to interpret its meaning and is called an attribute. Each table is called as a relation. The name of each column in a table is used to interpret its meaning and is called an attribute. Each table is called a relation. A relation consists of a relational schema, a relation instance. What is that one? A relational schema. A relational schema definition as follows. A relational schema specifies the relation's name, its attributes, and the domain of each attribute. Once again, you can see this one definition as a relational schema specifies the relation name, its attributes, and the domain of each attribute. If R is the name of a relation and AI, that means that if R is the name of a relation and A1, A2, and etc. AN is a list of attributes representing R, then R means A1, R of A1, A2, A3, A4, etc. AN is called relational schema. Here, these are relational schemas. Each attribute in this relational schema takes a value from some specific domain called domain, that is AI. Domain is the AI. For example, the relational schema for a relation person is in the previous example table, person ID as integers, name as a string, age is integer, address is also string. Total number of attributes in a relation denotes the degree of relation. Since the person relation contains 4 attributes, so this relation is of a 4 degrees, 1, 2, 3, 4 degrees. That is the number of relations to be depend on that one is the relation is the 4 attributes. Degree is a 4. Second definition on that one particular relation instance or relational state. A relation state or relational instance as follows. A relation instance denoted by as R small r is a collection of tuples for a given relational schema at a specific point of time. At a specific point of time. A relation state R of the relation schema, capital R of A1, A2, A3, A4, etc. AN, also denoted by small r of capital R, is a set of non-tuples. Is a set of non-tuples. These are some relational schema. Then you follow some super candidate keys. What is the some different keys and different manners. Here we have discussed as a keys. A key is an attribute or set of attributes which helps us in uniquely identifying the rows of a table. Keys play an important role in the relational database. It is used to uniquely identify any record or a row of data from the table. It is also used to establish and identify relationship between tables. Similarly, a key is an attribute or a set of attributes which helps us in uniquely identifying the rows of a table. A key is an attribute or set of attributes which helps us in uniquely identifying the rows of a table. It is uniquely identifying the rows of a table. For example, in a student table, ID is used to as a key because it is unique. For example, in a student table or employee table, in a student table we consider a ID is the key. In a student table, ID is used to as a key because it is unique for each student. There is no IDs are not similar to same manner. In a person table, passport number or license number, SSN or Aadhaar number are keys since they are unique for each person. For example, passport number or Aadhaar number, they are in different manner. They are not to match in somewhere. For example, consider a two table, student table, similarly the person table. Student table in this columns ID, name, address, course. In person, name, date of birth, passport number, license number, SSN. We can go for types of keys. Key, primary key, candidate key, super key and foreign key. What is the primary key? A relation can be have more than one candidate key and one of them can be chosen as a primary key. A relation can have more than one candidate keys and one of them can be chosen as a primary key. A relation can have more than candidate keys and that one you can choose in one is the primary key. For example, in the relation person, the two possible candidate keys are person ID and name using unique in the table. Person ID may be chosen as the primary key. Second one is the candidate key. Super keys of a relation can contain extra attributes. Candidate keys are minimal super keys, that is, such a key contain no extra attributes. An attribute is called extraneous if even after removing it from the key makes the remaining attributes still has the properties of keys. Some properties of candidate keys are as follow. And that one, first one, a candidate key must be unique. Second point, a candidate key values must exist. It cannot be null. This is all called as a entity or integrity rule, based on the entity and integrity rule. Third one, the candidate key is a minimal set of attributes. And fourth one, the value of candidate key must be stable. Its value cannot be changed outside the control of the system. And the third point is the super key. That is, the third key is the super key. A super key is an attribute or a set of attributes used to identify the records uniquely in a relation. For example, in a relation person describes earlier, person ID is the super key. That means ID, since person ID is unique for each person. Similarly, in two columns, person ID and age on, person ID and name are also super keys of the relation persons, since the combination is also unique for each record. Then you can go for the last one, that is the foreign key. Foreign keys are the columns of the table which is used to point to the primary key of another table. Primary key of another table. In a company, every employee works in a specific department, and the employee and the department are two different entities. So we can't store the information of the department in the employees table. That's why we link these two tables through the primary key of one table. We add the primary keys of a department table, department ID as a new attribute in the employee table. Now in the employee table, department ID is the foreign key and both the tables are related. These are today topics. We can discuss in tomorrow as a new topic. Thank you.